Ideas to Explore, Chapter 1, Lesson 3. Climate, Lake Effect, Glacier, Persuasive Essay, Public Policy, Rivers. Where does the water from Michigan's rivers go? Places to discover, Canada, the large country next to us, Houghton Lake, Lake Erie, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, Lake Ontario, Lake Superior, Tequanimon Falls, Wisconsin. Rivers to remember: Grand River, Michigan's longest river, Menominee River. The water around us. Think about these questions while you read. How are lakes and rivers important to Michigan? What made the Great Lakes? Carly and Mike are on a family trip. They pull off the road and the car stops. Mom and Dad tell them, "Come out and look." They walk over a big hill of sand and Mike says, "Wow, that is a lot of water. What is the name of this river?" Carly quickly says, "That's not a river, it's a lake." Mike wants to know how she can tell the difference. Carly explains, rivers do not look the same as lakes. Rivers are long and narrow. Lakes tend to be like big wide circles. The water in rivers flows. It moves from one end to the other. "So, what is the name of this lake?" Mike asks. Carly smiles and says, "It's Lake Michigan. It gives our state part of its shape." The water around us. How does the water help give our state its shape? We have the Great Lakes around us. The Great Lakes also split our state into two peninsulas. There are 5 Great Lakes. To remember their names, think Holmes. Each letter in Holmes starts the name of a Great Lake. The lakes are Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior. Michigan is our home, so do not forget Holmes. Lake Ontario is the only one that does not touch our state. Find it on a map. Largest and deepest. Lake Superior is huge. It is the deepest Great Lake. It has more area than any other freshwater lake in the world. Only the salty oceans and seas are bigger. Lake Superior is north of the Upper Peninsula. Its water is cold all year. Many ships have sunk in it. What would it be like to see one down in the dark, cold water? All in the USA. The only Great Lake that is all inside the United States is Lake Michigan. We share the rest with Canada. Canada is the country next to us. On the east side, Lake Huron is the second largest Great Lake. This lake is east of Michigan. It was named after one of the tribes who lived on its shores. Not very deep. Lake Erie does not get the prize as the biggest lake. It does win for being the most shallow of the Great Lakes. It is also further south than the others. So, boys and girls, the word shallow means not very deep. The Great Lakes and our climate. The Great Lakes help our climate. We call this the lake effect. Here is how it works. In the summer, the cool lakes keep the air from being so hot. It is cooled when it blows over the water. In the winter, the lakes keep us a bit warmer. The water does not cool as fast as the land. Rivers fill the Great Lakes. How do the Great Lakes get their water today? It comes from rain. Some rain falls right into the lakes. Other rain falls on the land and runs into rivers. Rivers drain the low places and take the water to the lakes. All Michigan rivers flow into one of the Great Lakes. How did we get the Great Lakes? They started with lots and lots of ice. If you had been there, you would have to look up to see the top. You would shiver. Sure, the ice made it cold, but it was also a cold time on Earth. It was too cold for the ice to melt in the summer. This ice was called a glacier. A glacier is a thick cover of ice that does not melt in the summer. It gets thicker and thicker for many years. It is squeezed down from the North Pole. It slowly moves over the Earth. As the Great Glacier moved over Michigan, it dug up the softer land. The glacier made low places. When it melted, its water filled in these low places. They became the Great Lakes. At the same time, the dirt it had carried with it was left behind. This dirt made the hills in the southern part of our state. Our longest river. Michigan's longest river is the Grand River. It begins in the south of Michigan. It is very small where it starts. It runs west to reach Lake Michigan. All of the state's longest rivers go into Lake Michigan. As the Grand River crosses the state, it grows wider and deeper. It goes through some big cities like Lansing and Grand Rapids. The Menominee River is in the Upper Peninsula. It makes part of our border with Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a state west of us. The Detroit River is over 2,000 feet wide. That makes it our widest river. Can you guess where it is? It goes by Detroit, of course. Our largest city has the widest river. Waterfalls. The Lower Peninsula has most of the long rivers. The Upper Peninsula has most of the waterfalls. Michigan's biggest waterfall is in the eastern Upper Peninsula. Its name is Tequanimon Falls. It has two parts. At the tallest part, the water falls 48 feet. That is like 5 classrooms stacked on top of each other. Many small lakes. Michigan has thousands of small lakes. These lakes are also great for fishing. People also like to sail their boats on them. Visitors come here from far away to enjoy these lakes. The state's largest lake inside Michigan is Houghton Lake. Can you find it on a map? It is in the Lower Peninsula. People enjoy boating there in the summer. They like to ice fish there in the winter. Some also ride snowmobiles on it when it is frozen. Be careful and keep it clean. Our lakes and rivers are wonderful things. They give us water to drink. They give us places to use our boats and to fish. They can be places to swim or have picnics. They can supply water used to make products we buy. All of this water is a wonderful resource for our state. So we need to be careful with our lakes and rivers. Do not waste the water. Keep the water clean. We should not throw junk and garbage into them. We want to have lots of good water for a long time. How lakes and rivers are used can be a public policy issue. All the people, the public, are concerned. An issue is something important to people. An issue has at least 2 sides to it. Some people may want to build homes around a lake. Other people may want no homes around a lake. They think it is pretty and peaceful without homes. People must decide which is best. Then they can make a policy or law about it. When we talk about issues, we need to explain our stand. Often we can talk to others to do this. Sometimes we need to write our ideas. We need to do this with care so people know what we mean. We need to persuade them. This means we want them to see things our way. We will write down our stand clearly. We will write an essay, which is called a persuasive essay. Think about it, write about it. Name the 5 Great Lakes. Underline the ones touching Michigan. Number 2, name the world's largest freshwater lake in area? Number 3. How is our climate affected by the Great Lakes? Number 4. Name Michigan's longest river. Number 5. Which peninsula has our biggest waterfalls? Number 6. How did a glacier give Michigan its shape? Be a geographer. Study a map of Michigan. Find the Grand River and follow its path. Find another long river. Write its name and the name of one large city along it. Take a stand. Here is a public policy issue. Other states do not have as much water as Michigan. Should we give them water from the Great Lakes? Write a persuasive essay. Explain your stand. Think about sharing your stand with others. What is the best way to do this? Where is the best place to do it? When is the best time to share it?